Every space have a magic, but sometimes you need to find it. You need to look for it. It's not that, yeah, sometimes you arrive to a place in the forest and suddenly you are touched by what's there and touch you on many different levels, emotional levels, aesthetical levels, physical levels. Culturally, it's a little different because at the beginning you are just beginning to understand where you arrive. When Jim and me, we arrive here, is like the first time that we came to downtown and we discovered that Main Street was completely, it was in construction. Like 30 years later, and we are leaving, again, Main Street is in construction. So when we arrived here, we found a city changing already. Many of the buildings were old buildings or buildings with story of the rubber industry were disappearing. So the landscape, the architectural landscape of the city was in a transformation, was changing. And the cultural elements were trying to find another kind of take another new breath. So we arrived to a very, very interesting moment 30 years ago. The forest around the city, the buildings, there are all these ghosts that start to appear. And very little and little you start to listen to them. You start to look to their eyes. Look into the eyes of the people of the place is like the first window to what the place is about. What are the possibilities of the place? And I remember Wendy Duke, when we met Wendy Duke, immediately in her eyes, we found all the possibilities, the new possibilities. Every time that you look towards the future, you need to look to the eyes of the new people, of the immigrants, of the refugees, of the people that come from different cultures, the people that are right here from Nepal or from Latin America. And when you look at them in the eyes, they have the real possibility. They have the imagination of a new world. Someone was remind me a time when I was very many years ago, and my daughter was just like a baby, and he just reminded me that I used to tell stories to her, like all the parents. When the baby is only maybe even 1 year, you start to tell the stories before going to sleep. And even if the baby doesn't understand really what you are saying, but you start to tell it maybe what happened in your day, or you imagine things, or you remember stories of your own childhood, and you talk to the baby, and what you are doing is creating this space of trust. The most beautiful scene, in theatrical scene for me, is a mother or a father telling a story to a son or a daughter. Okay? And maybe no one is going to see that. It's like the best theater piece, and no one see it because it's only between the child and the parent. And there are this space of trust that is created between them. And the kids grow up from this space of trust. So I think that in our company, what we are trying to look for, what we always look, is to create this space of trust. And you mentioned Jamie Hale, and I think in the Bulge, when you enter into the space, we hope that the people enter into and can feel it, that what we create in all these years was this space of trust.